At 0500 hours, amid the perilous G-Uke Passage, that infamous choke point in the frigid North Atlantic, on board the command center of HMS Brilliant, vigilant Royal Navy crew members peer intently at their monitoring panels, convinced these expanses are under tight control. However, their assurance was gravely misplaced. Right under their vessel's hull, nestled in the rugged ocean floor's fissures, lurked the K-564 Archangel, Moscow's colossal 13,000-ton atomic behemoth, shadowing them silently like an unseen predator. The commander aboard the Russian craft eyed his targeting console with a smug grin, certain he gripped a dagger poised at the Alliance's vital artery without a hint of detection. Yet that grin was destined to fade swiftly. The Kremlin remained oblivious that merely 14 miles distant, the American fleet's ultimate predator lay in ambush, concealed in the gloom, poised for the ideal instant to strike back.
Deep below, in the cramped, humming control room of the Russian sub, the commander leans over his screens. A slow, arrogant smirk creeps across his face. He thinks he's pulled off the impossible, slipping into NATO's backyard undetected, with his crosshairs locked on a British warship. One wrong move, and he could strike at the heart of the Alliance. But here's the chilling twist. That smirk is about to vanish. Unbeknownst to the Kremlin, just 14 miles away, a far deadlier American hunter waits patiently in the depths, ready to turn the tables in a way no one could predict. Could this be the spark that ignites a new underwater arms race? Or something even smarter and more terrifying? What blinds even the most advanced navy to a threat this massive? What kind of ocean hellhole allows a monster like this to hide in plain sight? Stay with me. We're diving into the trap that makes the GI-UK gap a submariner's nightmare. To understand this high-stakes game of cat and mouse, picture the GI-UK gap not as open water, but as a vast underwater canyon maze, jagged walls dropping 4,000 meters deep, where sound waves don't travel straight. They bounce and twist, creating a chaos of false echoes that can hide anything. It's like trying to find a whisper in a crowded stadium, impossible without the right tricks. The Russian Yasin M captain was a master of this environment. No rookie, he dove deep below the thermocline, that invisible temperature wall acting like a cloak. When HMS Brilliant sent out its sonar pings, the layer bent them away, leaving the British staring at empty screens while danger sat right beneath them. Feel the frustration. Crew members sweating, double-checking gear, wondering if it's just a glitch, while death lurks inches away in naval terms. These Russian subs slip in like ghosts through the cracks, hard to spot, impossible to ignore. Sure, they're allowed in international waters, but this one's actions scream espionage, mapping weaknesses, poised to cut Europe off in an instant if orders come. What if war broke out tomorrow? One snip, and lights go out across continents. But in submarine hunting, skill often looks like luck. Up above, a British P-8A Poseidon makes one final pass, and everything changes. Detection seems certain, but will the Russians just roll over? Or do they have an ace up their sleeve that flips the script completely? You're about to see a counterattack no one saw coming. They found him. But what happens when the prey fights back smarter? Shutting off active sonar, the crew activates their secret weapon, the magnetic anomaly detector. Even the quietest sub is a giant metal monster distorting Earth's magnetic field. Suddenly, alarms blaze red. "Contact!" echoes through the plane. Adrenaline surges. Finally, they've got him. HMS Brilliant explodes into action, sirens wailing, crew rushing to stations. One precise ping to lock on. But the Russian captain, that cunning veteran, doesn't run. He fights back in the most unexpected way. No panic in his eyes, just cold calculation. He unleashes a blinding sonar barrage straight at the British forces. Not a ping, a thunderous acoustic hammer that overloads everything. Sensors scream, systems glitch, and the destroyer's computers mistake it for a torpedo launch. Panic mode, evasive maneuvers, formation shattered, the sub vanishes again into the noise. Imagine the chaos. Deafened operators clutching ears, ships veering wildly in fog. 5 critical minutes lost. In these depths, that's an eternity. The Russian thinks he's won, but he's just awakened a bigger predator. What if playing too aggressively against one enemy invites a deadlier one from the shadows? The US has been watching all along, and their move? It's about to rewrite the rules. While the British recover, encrypted data races via satellite. Deep below, at 300 meters, the USS South Dakota listens. This isn't just about helping an ally, it's about protecting vital undersea lifelines that could cripple global markets if severed. One cut and your online world vanishes. Lurking silent for hours, South Dakota sees its moment. High above, an MQ-4C Triton drone scans for heat scars from the Russian reactor. Subtle, but impossible to hide completely. Physics always leaves a trace. Target locked. But no direct attack. Instead, a brilliant deception. The Echo ploy. A sleek, unmanned drone slips out, closing to knife fight range in the Russians' blind spot. Closer, closer, until it's practically touching. Then it plays its card, a perfectly faked sound of torpedo tubes flooding, mimicking the terrifying signature of a legendary Seawolf-class hunter. To the Russian captain, it's like hearing death rack around right behind him. Sweat beads, options flash. Stay silent and risk real attack, or run and blow cover. Freeze, calculate, run? That would mean trading stealth for speed and losing everything. His heart pounds. Decisions in the dark could end it all. What would you do in that moment? Gamble on a bluff or flee and expose yourself? He chooses flight. Engines roar, propellers cavitate in a storm of bubbles and noise. Suddenly, he's lit up like a flare on every NATO screen. The ocean erupts in thunderous roar. Desperate dash to safety. Only to realize, no torpedoes coming. No Seawolf. Just a clever drone drifting away harmlessly. The ultimate humiliation. Tricked by a robot. Why let him go? Capturing a nuclear sub means war. But America gains something better. A full acoustic fingerprint. Now that sub is tracked forever. Every move monitored. No shots fired. Laws respected. But the message to Moscow? Chilling. You can hide from sensors, but not from fear itself. You may elude sensors, but never your inherent terror. Moscow wanted to play in the dark. America showed they're the darkness. In contemporary battles, mastering data and exploiting adversary anxieties secures victory. If Russia ever cut those cables, how fast could NATO react? An hour? A day? Or too late? What do you think? Comment below. Thanks for diving into this edge-of-your-seat naval thriller with me. If it gripped you from start to finish, hit like and subscribe to Naval Command. That's how we get more stories like this delivered straight to you.